That, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of the Livescope. Alright, what's up, y'all? Back with another on the water shot here, Saginaw Bay. Switched the location a little bit. Mother Erie wasn't being too kind, so we came back up north, about 10-degree colder water, and not expecting as many or as big a fish, but we're going to try and put a program together. What we're doing today is a two-part method. One, kind of three parts. First step is finding your fish on high-speed sonar anytime you're trolling. That's how you got to start, because it's on these Great Lakes, it's just too hard to just try and fish memories or go to a certain depth range and start trolling. That's not very effective. Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes in Lake Erie you can get away with that, but on Saginaw Bay it's not as heavily loaded with walleye. So what we got, it was a cold morning, about 18 degrees this morning. Still pretty chilly out, but it's calm, so it's not so bad. So what I did, I ran out of Seaboing today, about 10 miles, and just did a little hot lap. Found, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 waypoints that looked promising, and all the marks were about 15 to 17 foot down. So what I did is I'm running a 30-60-90 spread on my bandits right now, and we're going to see if we can get something put together here. Hopefully we don't get shot at. Lots of diver ducks and old squaw flying around right now. Trying to give the duck hunters the respect they need and deserve, and steer clear of them. So we'll see what comes of it. Alright, we have literally been driving around for about 40 minutes. First group of marks didn't pan out, and just came back to kind of a seasonal area that hit a couple times a year, and just was going to do exactly what I say not to do and kind of troll some memories and see what could come up with, and my side imaging just loaded up with fish. So I'm going to drop the 360 down and the Livescope and see what comes of it. Alright, I did not do a very good job of documenting what I was doing while I was on the water. What I was seeing is a lot of fish suspended anywhere from 6 to 14 feet down in about 20 feet of water, roughly. Some of it was 18 foot, as you'll see on the image overlay in a second. So what I was targeting are these fish that were suspended, the ones you would typically troll for. And I threw a big paddle tail, 4.5 inch, thinking that they would want a paddle tail similar to the size crankbaits that we're trolling, and they didn't want that. So I went the exact polar opposite here. I had a 1/4 ounce jig with a little rattle in it and a 3-inch Kalin's jig. And this one hooked up right next to the boat. Threw over top of him and kind of worked him back into the boat, and I caught this one vertical jigging right next to the boat, but on bottom. Was able to entice this one to bottom. The power of the Livescope. Couple different combos to try. Little Swimbait, AW Jigs. Really nice hook. I like how it's got that little keeper in there. And then just your standard ball jig with a paddle tail, blue ice. Give the paddle tail try first. I seem to be playing that a little better. This clip, I've got two different scenarios kind of built into one. This first cast here, I'm casting out to a group of 4 fish, and they're about 12, 14 feet down and between 50 and 80 feet out. And the one that was 45 feet out ends up engaging, and I work this fish all the way back to the boat. At this point, I've got on a 3-inch black and silver paddle tail with a blue ice jig head on that I showed in the first clip, or the clip leading into this. And I ended up working this fish vertical right at the edge of the boat for quite some time. Didn't end up being able to land this one. This was a nice fish. So after working it vertical for a while, I kind of scrapped the idea on this fish and hopped back on the trolling motor. So as I was working that fish, I saw that little glimpse of a fish out 40 feet, and I figured I'd give this fish one little last chance to bite before I gave up on it. I was hoping it'd pick it up out of the dirt. There's that blob again at 30. Saw a quick flash on the recording there. So there's that fish. So I bomb a cast out to it, and as I'm reeling in, this fish immediately shows an interest, and this one did not take long at all to engage and also eventually bite. Work it right over the top of it, get its attention, and kind of goes out of the transducer cone, but you can see it coming in. And as it's coming in, didn't go as vertical as what I normally see in active fish go, but it didn't take long at the side of the boat. I don't know if you were able to see the rod tip bounce right when it bites, but definitely popped the jig pretty good. And you can see, I think I had to take 1, maybe 2 cranks on that reel, and it was there. So I was slightly worried about that boat presence. Another nice one. Not a trophy, but I'll give him another buddy to hang out with here. Not really about a 21, 22 incher.